Hello, I'm Marilyn Hemingway, and welcome to A Gathering Place. I said, I'm stepping back because we have young voices who want to be heard and they're moving on something.
Branding is really important to you and your business.
Even a basic type of technology, you learn it all.
And people are
Good question. Good afternoon and welcome to A Gathering Place. Can you hear me? All right. Deontay, you can unmute. You got it. All right. There might be some echo going on here today because I am actually in two spots, y'all. Because we are at we had a protest in Georgetown today. So we wanted to talk about beyond voting, activism in the community. And Deontay Winchester is actually on site at the protest, and we wanted to get some feedback from him. So Deontay, you are with South Carolina Solid as a senior advisor, which is a new activist group in Georgetown. And you're out there with some other folks doing what? Can you tell us what happened today?
Well, today, there was a group of individuals who are with Ellison and Trump, pushing for their political candidates to be voted in this year's election. So there was a group of us who went out there to protest their action. There was a boat drive. I don't even know if I would call it that because there was only 3 or 4 boats involved, but the individuals drove through right here on the riverfront in Georgetown at the harbor in support of Trump and Ellison, and there was another group of us in support of Harrison and Biden, Harris, and others, and we basically showed our support. And that's what activism is. An activist is an individual who engages in actions that further their views, whether that be political, whether it be an issue, whether it be economical, whether it be environmental, but whatever that cause is that one is passionate about, once he or she goes out there and actually puts boots on the ground and starts to affect positive change as it relates to that particular issue, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be just bringing awareness to the issue and speaking to individuals in the community, writing a letter to a company or your congressman. That makes you an activist. It's not difficult.
And the reason I wanted to bring you on, Deontay, is that there's a lot going on in our country right now, in our community right now. That it's a societal change. And when I started the Gullah Geechee Chamber of Commerce in 2018, not only was our mission to raise global awareness, profitability, and sustainability of African American businesses. Hey, Patty, we see you. It was also to advocate for the environment, careers and business opportunities in green renewable energy, and also addressing climate change. And a lot of folks don't quite understand how all of this is interconnected, but it is interconnected. You cannot have economic justice without environmental justice. You cannot have economic justice if you have folks out here who are not campaigning, if you will, for the common good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our community. The tagline that I came up with my advocacy piece was educate, motivate, activate. So it is upon us to get educated. And also it's upon our institutions to educate us,
Mm-hmm.
then we need to get motivated. What's the thing that's driving us to come out as you are today out there in downtown Georgetown to make something happen? And then you get active, you get activated, and that's actual taking action and making things change. So right now, and I have said this repeatedly, that in the environmental justice, environmental movement, the indigenous people and the indigenous people of this area is the Gullah Geechee. We are the indigenous people
Absolutely.
connected to that land and water like no one else, making a way out of no way, will lead all of us in climate change, in environment, in the green renewable energies. But we got to get educated to do that. We've got to be part of the process rather than just saying, let's go vote. It's beyond voting. It's about showing up. And I know you understand this because you've been along there, right there with me. It's showing up to school board meetings, city, county council meetings. It's running for office.
Yes.
It's volunteering for campaigns and not just making those phone calls and texts. Now the big thing is text because of COVID. We can't be around each other, but also showing up like today when people are protesting. Well, we don't even know what they were doing. But what we know, it was empowering those who may not care for our community.
Yes.
So I wanted to bring you on quickly and make this a quick show, folks, because we are actually in the middle of doing this action, and we wanted to come on quickly and encourage other folks wherever you are. And our colleague Ebony Hughes has said this: wherever you are, you can make a difference. Where you are in place, you can make a difference. So Deontay, so what else do you want to add to the conversation? I know you have something to add.
Well, I will just say, and you mentioned this already, but just find whatever drives you, whatever issue it is that makes you want to get involved. Get behind that issue and find like-minded individuals, and you all collectively can make a difference. Of course, one person can do great things, but when many get together, great things can happen. And that's exactly what we did today. A lot of us got together and we shared our views and we got out there and we did something. Like the great Congressman Lewis said, the late Congressman, if you see something, do something. And that's all it is. That's where you start.
That's very true. That's very true. And I've had other shows. I have a political show every third Sunday. You've come on that show. For Father's Day, I believe, was third Sunday. And you're always welcome back. But how many people are out there today in counter protest?
I would say probably right around 20, 25. However, the original protest, there was probably there was 4 boats maybe and probably 8 people. So if that's any indication of how the votes are going to go, which I hope it is, we may be okay.
Patty, that is very important topic there. I don't know if you can see it, Deontay, but her post is her activism is lowering the maternal death rate of Black and Indigenous people of color during childbirth in the South. Definitely, that is much needed. We totally understand, Patty, and thank you for sharing that with us. We totally understand it, and that's definitely a topic and issue we must pay more attention to.
That a lot of people do not pay attention to.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too political, but I hope what you just said, Deontay, is an indication of what's happening. But I want people to know that because the current occupant of the White House believes that he is losing, that things are going to get worse. It's not even cold anymore. He's blatantly trying to empower white nationalists, those who want to tear apart this country rather than unify this country. And standing up for Black lives and Black voters is not about disunity. It's about bringing people together. It's about saying our lives matter. So we just wanted to kind of talk about that also and our activism within the Gullah Geechee community, because we are descendants of enslaved Africans and enslaved African Americans. We are kind of like the breadbasket of the country. This is a lot of our traditions come from this area, from the Gullah community. The way we eat, worship, the foods that we brought to Africa, okra, that people don't realize is just one example. Yams, watermelon is a huge thing. Where it came from, and it all came from West Africa. So when we are activists for our community standing up, it's not to create disunity or to put our feet on anyone. It's just to say we are human too. See us. And that's why we're out here doing the fight. Deontay, I know we got to go and finish the fight. So
Yes,
we're going to
ma'am.
have it short. We got 2 more minutes, and we want to thank everybody who joined us today. And we apologize that it's short. I'm kind of in between places. I was hoping to be there on site before we started the show, but I actually had a meeting prior to this that ran a little bit later than usual. But folks, we just want to show that we're not just coming on and doing these shows. We are in the community. In particular, the Gullah Geechee Chamber, we're in the community supporting small businesses, in particular helping people start businesses. And then Deontay and other of my colleagues, we are out here being activists in the movement, in the community for many reasons. We're getting people registered to vote. We're going to be getting them to vote. And when we see something that needs to have pushback on, because we are human too, and we're standing up for us, our community, we will try to be there as much as we can also. Deontay, I'm going to let you have the last word. Then we're going to wrap it up today. This is the shortest gathering place in history. What you got to say, Deontay?
Like always, you know me. I'll just tell the people I love you all. Remember to love yourselves.
Very good, Deontay. Thank you, y'all. We're going to end this with our 3 favorite words. Get educated, motivated, and activated. Thank you for joining us today for a gathering place. We'll see you on Wednesday, and next Sunday, we already have confirmed the Phillips community in Charleston. Charleston County Council is trying to build a 5-lane highway right through this historical African-American neighborhood. They are going to be on 4 o'clock next Thursday. I believe that's October 4th. We encourage you to be there to learn a lot about Phillips community and how you can help stop that gentrification and stop a 5-lane highway from going into their community. Looking forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday and on Sunday. Thank you, Deontay. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll be out there in about 7 minutes.
Okay.
I'll see you later. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Bye-bye.